Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to your story time. I have three. I'm hoping to read three stories today because these are cold winter days and nobody wants to go outside in the rain and the cold. So I might as well tuck in with some good books or come to the library and enjoy some good books. Our first story today is The Last Tiger by Petr Horacek. Look at those beautiful colors. A blue jungle and an orange tiger with green eyes. Look at these beautiful pictures of the forest, of the jungle. This is published by Erdman's Books for Young Readers in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Ooh, look at that stripy tiger there. Deep in the jungle lived a fearless tiger. No other animal was as strong and powerful as he was. One day, hunters came to the jungle. All the animals tried to hide, all except the tiger. There's all the animals running away. You have to hide, the other animals warned him. I'm not scared, growled the tiger. I'm the strongest, most powerful animal in the jungle. The next day, the hunters spotted the tiger. They had never seen such a magnificent creature before. Catching this tiger would make us the strongest and most powerful, they thought. Ooh, see their eyes? Ooh, that's scary, spying on the tiger. The hunters returned to the city and made a cunning plan. Isn't that a fine word? Cunning means sly and sneaky and smart, but not in a good way. Then they returned to the jungle. There were more of them now, and they brought nets. Soon the tiger was overpowered and captured. Too many hunters. He was taken to the city so that everyone could see him. Look at how different the city is than the jungle. The beautiful jungle and the dirty, bricky, cementy buildings of the city, even the dirty roads. Poor tiger. The tiger was kept in a cage. People from far and wide came to see him. They marveled at the big, strong tiger as he looked out at them from behind the bars. He was very unhappy. In his dreams, the tiger ran through the jungle. Now, in captivity, he realized that his strength and power meant nothing anymore. What he longed for was freedom. The tiger in the cage became sadder and weaker. Some people stopped coming to see him. He was getting smaller every day. And then it happened. One night, the tiger realized that now he could squeeze through the bars of his cage. And that's exactly what he did. The tiger walked to his freedom, and almost nobody noticed. In time, the tiger became big and strong. He made sure that no one would ever see him again, and he never forgot that his most treasured possession was not his strength or his power. It was his freedom. And here he's back in the beautiful jungle. And here he is. And that's true about animals in the circus. I don't think they have animals in the circus anymore. You used to see tigers and elephants and horses, um, maybe monkeys in the circus, but not anymore, I don't think. In the zoos, a lot of animals are not happy in zoos. Like there's a zoo in New Jersey called Space Farms, and the animals aren't even in their own environment. And like if you want to see a polar bear, watch a TV show about a polar bear. Anyway, don't put them in a cage. The end. Okay. I like that story. Okay. So this one is called Lost by David McPhail. Here is a truck that's called Kiko's Fine Snacks, and it looks like the driver is fixing a flat tire. And there's a bear, looks like a young bear, peeking out. Curious. And here the bear is sneaking into the back of that truck while the driver still fixes the tire. This is published by Little Brown and Company. I am walking down the street when I hear someone crying. What do you see in this picture? Do you see the back of that truck and maybe a foot? Ah, it's a bear. He looks lost and afraid. The tall buildings scare him, and he's never seen so many people. Don't worry, I tell him. The buildings won't hurt you, and most of the people are friendly. How did you get here, I ask. I climbed in the truck to take a nap, he explains, and when I woke up, I was lost. I'll help you. Tell me where you live. Well, there are trees where I live, he tells me, so we find some trees. More trees, he said, and water. I take him to a place where there are more trees and water too. No, he says, this is not it either. I have an idea. Follow me, I say. I take him to a tall building. We go inside, get on the elevator, and ride all the way to the top. From up here, we can see the whole city. Look, I say, now we can find your home. There it is, he says, pointing. Down we go, across 3 streets and into the park. The park is not the bear's home after all. It looks like Central Park in New York City. But he likes it there. It's really not big enough for a bear. We go for a boat ride. We have lunch. He likes hot dogs. And we go to the playground. We are having a good time. But it is getting late and the bear is still lost. Let's try the library, I tell him. We can find out anything here. New York Public Library has the stone lions in the front. Inside the library, we look through lots of books. The bear sees a picture that looks like his home. We find the place on a map and hurry outside. A bus is leaving. We get on the bus and ride for a long time. Finally, we are there. "This is where I live," says the bear. He gives me a hug and thanks me again for my help. Then he waves goodbye and disappears into the forest. The trees are so tall and there aren't any people. "Wait," I call to the bear, "come back." "I think I'm lost," I tell him. "Don't worry," he says. "I will help you." And he heads out toward the city. The end. I wonder where the bear lives. Oh, one more story for our rainy, cold, wintry, not spring day. Bob by Tracey Campbell Pearson. Published by Farrar, Straus, and Giroux. That looks like a hen house, right? With all the hens around. Bob, a rooster, lived with a bunch of chickens. The chickens clucked all day long, and so did Bob. Cluck, cluck, cluck. One day, Henrietta told him the truth. "Bob," she said, "you are not a chicken. You are a rooster. You need to stop clucking and learn how to crow so you can wake up the girls every morning. That's what roosters do." "Will you teach me?" asked Bob. "No," said Henrietta. "I am a cat. Cats don't crow. I can only teach you how to meow." Do you think roosters are born knowing how to crow? So Bob learned how to meow. Then he went off in search of a rooster. Meow, meow. Bob walked and walked until he met a dog. He learned how to woof and wag. But a dog is not a rooster, so Bob continued down the road. Meow, meow, woof, wag. Silly Bob. Bob walked and walked until he found a pond full of frogs. He learned how to ribbit and hop. But a frog is not a rooster, so Bob continued down the road. Meow, meow, woof, wag, ribbit, ribbit, hop, hop. I never saw a hopping chicken. Bob walked and walked until he came to a field of cows. He learned how to moo and tried to chew his cud, except he didn't have one. Bob decided to eat bugs instead. Well, that's what chickens do. But a cow is not a rooster, so Bob continued down the road with a belly full of bugs. Meow, meow, woof, wag, ribbit, ribbit, hop, hop, moo, yum, yum, bugs. He walked right out of the day and into the night, searching for a rooster to teach him how to crow. Walking through the darkness, Bob got scared. He was sure he was being followed. Bob got quiet. Then a stranger called out, "Hoo, hoo, hoo." Not wanting to be rude, Bob whispered, "Bob, Bob, Bob." Again the stranger asked, "Hoo, hoo, hoo." And again Bob whispered, "Bob, Bob, Bob." And so it went all night long, over and over again, until the first morning light, when Bob heard, wonder what he heard, cock-a-doodle-doo. There in the middle of the road was a bird who looked a lot like Bob. His name was Fred, and he taught Bob how to crow. It was dark by the time Bob walked all the way home. He settled in for the night, being careful not to wake the girls or Henrietta. Oh, look what's coming up the street. A fox. I wondered what that was. And here he is standing guard at the hen house. Bob was too excited to sleep, so he was wide awake when the fox came. He let out a big cock-a-doodle-doo, but it didn't scare the fox. Ooh, look at that fox. Then Bob called out a loud, meow, meow, woof, 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 ribbit, 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 moo, yum, yum, fox. The fox, terrified and amazed by all the animals in the coop, especially the one that sounded hungry for a fox, ran home, never to return. And from then on, every morning, Bob woke the girls and Henrietta up with a cock-a-doodle-doo. Or if he felt like it, meow, woof, ribbit, moo, yum, yum, bugs. Look at him on top of the hen house. So cute. Thank you for listening to my stories today. I hope you enjoyed them. And don't forget, come to the library for some more stories or books that you can borrow and bring home on your own. And yes, you can borrow these books and you could look at them at home whenever you want. The end.